Well, today's budget, unfortunately, I believe, is a lost opportunity. I mean, although there has been some relief, which I really welcome, the government could have done more for the industry, and hospitality could have then been able to support the growth of the UK economy. So we support a wage increase for those on minimum wage. But we also recognize, and we cannot ignore this, that the pressure that this puts on hospitality operators, which is why it is particularly disappointing that no other measures were offered up in the budget to support hospitality to help balance this out. Now, this could put further strain on businesses, which may result in cutting staff hours or reducing trading times, all of which isn't good for the industry or the economy. Businesses and operators will be put in a tough position on how to absorb this increase. The sector saw an increase in alcohol duty in last year's budget and the one before, and it's still coping with the impact of that. So this cost will ultimately be passed on to the consumer, and that's not in the interest of the consumer or indeed the sector. There is a distinct need and an urgent need for VAT in the UK to be more in line with European levels. Lowering the cost of operations is very welcome because it gives hospitality businesses the support they need to be able to continue to thrive as businesses. The immediate cash flow relief will help protect against job losses and incentivize high street investment and get our high streets thriving again. It'll also provide stability and planning certainty and enhance local competition so smaller venues can remain as hubs in the community. It gives operators the ability to expand their presence at a lower price. This is a move in the right direction that I welcome and one that was desperately needed to support the growth of the industry and support our high streets. The introduction of a tourist tax levy signifies a significant cost burden, which is another layer of tax on top of VAT for hospitality operators. This could result in fewer visitors and an overall decrease in tourism spending. Hospitality already gets taxed at 20% VAT, and adding this tourist tax on top creates additional burdens that the industry can't afford to absorb. And we know that before the budget, hotels lost over £820,000 per week from unoccupied rooms alone. This could well increase with the introduction of a tourist tax levy. Additional measures and support is needed to help offset these costs. The hospitality industry is a vital part of the UK economy. It employs 3.5 million people, providing around 7% of all UK jobs, including for those returning from welfare and first-time employment opportunities. It contributes £140 billion to the economy and generates £54 billion in annual tax receipts. And with the right conditions, hospitality could add £29 billion to the exchequer and create 500,000 new jobs by 2027. It's very pleasing to see that the government has included some positive support for the industry, but some of these measures are going to cause significant challenges for hospitality operators.